Concealed carry is big business these days. Now more than ever, everyone is always looking for the most punch in the smallest possible configuration. Now, the 40 Smith & Wesson, no doubt, has some stopping power or punch and is ballistically impressive, to say the least. Now, for many, the 40 Smith & Wesson is still the best caliber for self-defense and concealed carry, or just carry, period. How will Taurus's new G3c in the 40 Smith & Wesson hold up? Will it prove to be a solid budget gun platform for a 40 cal? What kind of accuracy, performance, and reliability can we expect? Let's put 1,000 rounds through it, hopefully not clean it, and see how it does. I'm Drew Case from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.deals, where I only give you my honest opinion, and it is what it is. Now, real quick, if you're not familiar with Gun.deals, they are a website where you go and find and share the best gun-related deals available for purchase online or in retail stores. It's awesome, guys. You just type in the gun or the product that you're looking for in the search, and it'll show you anything and everything that has been posted from any user, company, or website. Now, Gun.deals does not sell firearms or anything else. They simply browse and search the web, finding the best deals for you, saving you a ton of time and a ton of money. Adds nothing to the cost. In fact, they simply redirect you to the web pages with the best deals. It's genius. I love it, and I use it all the time. Now, Taurus has a huge following and fan base these days. They are well known for being a budget-friendly, and their quality and reliability has vastly improved over the years, further increasing the followers and the fans. Now, regardless of your feelings on Taurus, everyone agrees, they like their price. The 40 is the perfect one to test quality and reliability, as it's got a lot of power and punch, and I guess in my thought, it's going to be kind of hard or abusive on the pistol because it's got a lot of punch. Will the G3c frame hold up and prove reliable and perform well? Time to find out. Let's start off with a quick look at the specs and tech. Real fast, let's do the out of the box. A lot of people like to see that. Our paperwork, the lock. We've got 3 mags that come with this. Okay, so if you're familiar with the G3c series, I've got one in the 9, reviewed that. Really, it's going to be identical. If you're not familiar with it, okay, we'll run through. We've got the mag release here. We've got a 1-slot rail. I'm not sure why they only make one. I'd like to see at least a couple more. It's got the scallops for the thumb placement, which I really like. It's comfortable. I wouldn't say it's the most ergonomic of all guns. We've got the slide release here. Okay, we've got a safety. It is not ambidextrous. We don't have a slide release or safety or mag release on the right side. We have a very aggressive, typical texturing on the grip for Taurus, but I've always liked these. I don't want something smooth. I have found sometimes, if you're really out at the range and you're doing a lot of shooting, it can sometimes wear a little bit on your hands, but you'll throw a glove on. As far as breakdown, the Tauruses, they're always super easy. We just simply pull back a little bit, that drops down. And then our slide comes off, okay, pop the spring out, barrel comes out, and we're good to go. And then we just simply reverse. That is one thing that I really like about Taurus, is their breakdown is just super easy. We put it back on, and we're good to go. Trigger pull. Boy, that that is a short reset, guys. You know, I gotta say, that is an exceptional trigger. You know, I've been shooting a lot of pistols here lately. You know, I don't know if I'd call it mash grade, but that is a sweet trigger. You won't be disappointed with that. You know, the sights, they're metal. They've got the serrations here on the back. I don't understand. I'd like to see the dots. We're not adjustable for elevation, but we are adjustable for windage. We can just tap that on the sides. We've got the serrations here. They're pretty weak on the front. You know, I'm gonna be honest, there's not much there. They're pretty decent on the back. Okay. Let's just see what we get for a trigger break here. You know, 5.5. Got 5 on that one. Got 5.5. Between 5 and 5.5, but guys, regardless of the pounds, it's a nice trigger. It is a crisp, clean break. I wouldn't say glass rod-like. Almost no creep, no grit, and a little travel, and then that reset. Man, that's short. Really nice. Small, we've got our chamber indicator here. So if we're loaded, you'll actually be able to see the brass through that little window. And then this here will also stick out. I'm not gonna load that right now to show you. So there you go, guys. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. You know, I really like the Taurus G3c series. It'll be interesting to see what kind of recoil we have with the 40 in this. Special thanks to Fiocchi for providing the ammo for this review. Couldn't do it without them. I have found their ammo to be exceptionally reliable and accurate, but also very cost effective. Now, this is actually the first 40 that I've ever had, so I've never shot it. I have no idea what to expect, but we're going to find out together. Now, the 40 is known to have punch. Let's just see how manageable, accurate, and reliable this Taurus is. So here we go, first shots through it. We'll start off, you know, close, something easy. It's got some recoil. Okay, so I ran and got some gloves. You know, it's nice having, I like the aggressive texturing, okay? I'm not against that. But if you're at the range and you're going to dump hundreds of rounds, that texturing does wear on your hands. Now, on the trigger, you've got some texturing there. And again, I like that. Except if you're going to dump 1,000 rounds on the range, I can tell it's going to give me a blister. This has got enough recoil and it's moving. And again, you know, that's not saying that I don't like or want the texture, but as far as a range day, at least for me, I'm going to want to wear the gloves. Now, okay, so far so good. I don't like not having dots or something back here. Just, you know, my sight. So I'm going to go use some sight paint. I'm going to put a couple marks on here. I'll be right back. Let's try down there at 50 with 2 hands. Nice. Okay, right there, I had 2 failure to feeds. We're at 400 rounds. I'm gonna try a few more standing up here. If we have any more failure to feeds, I might go back and put just a little lubrication on there and maybe clean off the feed ramp and see if that's the issue. Not bad at 50 yards. Okay, so we ran back to the house. I took the slide off, and also it was getting really dry, so I did put a couple of drops of oil on the slide and on the ramp. I did not clean it or anything else. We're going to continue on here. Okay, so here was a failure to feed. All right. Getting dirty. There we go. Okay, so we're back to the CQB range. I took this apart last night and I cleaned it. In fact, I went out and did some slow-mo, and again I had another failure to feed, and I wondered, the mags were getting pretty dirty. They had quite a bit of carbon buildup in them, so I took all the mags apart and cleaned them. So the mags are clean, this is clean. Let's find out. One thing I was going to show you. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think this sight had moved to the right. It was flush with the side here. I didn't have video of this at the very beginning. I just pushed it back so that center, we've got a couple hundred rounds yet. Let's see if this changes, but I want to have a record here so you can see exactly where it's at. Okay, real quick, I wanted to see what we were getting on paper after I, kind of noticed that, at least I thought maybe the sights were moving, maybe not. We will find out, but let's just take a look here at what we got. Probably 20 yards-ish. That was intentional. I aimed at each of those. Yeah, I wish. That is hilarious, though. The first shot was high. When I was back at the CQB range, it did seem like it was shooting high, but, that's actually a pretty solid group. Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah. Okay, and exactly what I was thinking was happening is, if you look here, the sight has moved to the right. So now I'm having to compensate shooting to the left. This is not in there tight enough. It is moving with the recoil. One thing I found with having a YouTube channel, that reading comments is always an endless source of entertainment. You got a lot of experts out there. Anyway, somebody had commented when I was shooting a pistol, I said, now I'm going to shoot both eyes open, and they sort of chastised me like, you're a weapons instructor. You should know that you always should be shooting with both eyes open. And first of all, I'm not a weapons instructor. I'm just like most of you. I like shooting. But, the other thing is I guess in my defense, I like to take pistols out to 25, 50 yards, 100 yards. Sometimes if I got a red dot, 200 yards. No, I'm not going to shoot both eyes open at 25 and 50 yards. I'm not going to hit anything with this. And we are creatures of habit. That is just our human nature. And so, yeah, a lot of times when I'm shooting up close, I don't think about it and I aim. But anyway, I did want to show you what this is capable of. The sights do line up good. So, yes, I am deliberately going to shoot both eyes open here. And it really does pretty good. I did sight paint on the back, and that really helps. So, you know, what's our bottom line here? Me, personally, I really don't care for a concealed carry in 40 Smith & Wesson. It's got too much recoil. I really don't care to have that much power in this. I would rather have something that I feel that I can get off faster. But anyway, that's just me. A lot of you really like the 40. The G3c series, now I've shot all of their 9s and I love them. You know, I've had a few issues here and there on some of them. I've had the front sight come off. Ouch, that's hot. That one's solid on this. This I don't like. That's a problem. You know, it doesn't move with your fingers, but it does have to tap, and it did move to the right. The feed issues and stuff, we got through the first 500 rounds pretty much with no feed issues. The Fiocchi ammo was great. We didn't have a single failure to fire or light primer strike or anything like that. They all ejected just fine. There you have it, guys. It is what it is. You decide what you think. I hope you found the video helpful and enjoyed it. If you did, make sure and come check me out under Beyond Seclusion on YouTube. You never know what I'm going to review. Until next time on Gun.deals, happy shooting. Remember, educate our young people to shooting and gun safety. And every time you're out at the range, that makes you an ambassador for the Second Amendment. Be a good ambassador. Be a safe and responsible gun owner.